In the heart of the vast African savannah, where golden grass swayed under the warm sun, lived a wise and strong elephant named Laila. She had large, powerful tusks that gleamed like the moon and a trunk that could lift the heaviest tree. But what made Laila truly special was her kindness. Laila loved helping others. From the tiny beetles crawling near her feet to the tall giraffes stretching their necks for leaves, she believed that true strength wasn't just in muscles, it was in helping those in need. Every morning, as the sun painted the sky in shades of orange, she would set out, searching for ways to lend a helping trunk. One bright morning, Laila noticed a group of animals gathered near a dried-up watering hole. They looked worried. Among them were Milo the monkey, Tara the tall giraffe, and Kibbo the kind-hearted tortoise. Laila gently stepped forward, her large ears flapping to keep cool. "What's wrong, my friends?" she asked in her deep, calming voice. Milo swung down from a nearby tree. "Laila, the watering hole has dried up. We haven't had rain for days. We're all so thirsty." Tara sighed, her long neck drooping. "We've searched everywhere, but there's no water left. We don't know what to do." Kibbo, wise but slow, looked up at Laila. "If anyone can help us, it's you. You are the strongest and the smartest of us all." Layla's heart filled with determination. "Don't worry," she said. "I will find water for all of us." Laila set off across the dry plains, her giant feet leaving soft prints in the earth. She searched under rocks, in the deep cracks of the ground, and near fallen trees. She climbed steep hills, pushed through thick bushes, and even tried digging into an old riverbed. But no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't find a single drop of water. Just as she was about to lose hope, she remembered a story her grandmother once told her about a hidden spring beyond the savannah, tucked away in the rocky hills. It was far away, but Laila refused to give up. "I will find this hidden spring," she said to herself. Laila marched forward, the sun shining hot above her. She walked through thorny bushes, crossed over dry lands, and climbed a steep hill. At one point, she nearly slipped on some loose stones, but she steadied herself and kept going. Her legs were tired, and her trunk was dry, but she never stopped. With every step, she repeated, "True strength is not just power, it's helping others." After hours of walking, Laila reached the rocky hills. She sniffed the air and sensed something fresh. Could it be water? With renewed energy, she used her powerful trunk to dig into the ground. She pushed aside rocks and dry soil, working harder than ever. Then suddenly drip, drip, and finally water. A cool stream of water bubbled up from the earth. Laila let out a joyful trumpet, splashing her feet in the fresh water. She had found the hidden spring. Without wasting a moment, Laila filled her trunk with cool, fresh water. She hurried back to her friends, her heart racing with excitement. As she reached the dry plains, the animals saw her coming. Their eyes grew wide with hope. "Layla's back!" Milo shouted. Tara's ears twitched in excitement. Did she find water? With a gentle smile, Laila sprayed fresh, cool water into the air. "Drink, my friends," she said. One by one, the animals took turns drinking. Laila made many trips back and forth, bringing more and more water until everyone had enough. The once thirsty animals were now full of energy again. They laughed, played, and cheered for Laila. "You saved us, Laila," Milo said, swinging around her trunk. "You are not just strong," Kibbo added. "You have the biggest heart." Laila blushed, but simply smiled. "Strength is not just about what we can do for ourselves," she said. "It's about how we help others." As Laila stood near the watering hole, feeling the happiness of her friends, a cool breeze swept across the savannah. The sky, which had been dry and cloudless for so long, began to change. A soft rumble echoed in the distance. Then, pitter-patter. Drip-drop. Whoosh. Raindrops began to fall from the sky, lightly at first, then faster and stronger. Cool, fresh rain splashed onto the dry earth, darkening the golden grass and forming small puddles. Milo the monkey jumped excitedly, swinging from branch to branch. It's raining. It's really raining, he squealed with joy. Tara the giraffe stretched her long neck toward the sky, letting the raindrops wash over her. Oh, how refreshing, she sighed happily. Kibbo the tortoise lifted his head, blinking as the rain gently tapped his shell. The land is coming back to life, just like in the old stories, he whispered with wonder. Layla stood proudly, her strong body gleaming under the falling rain. She lifted her trunk high and let out a triumphant trumpet, celebrating the gift of water that had finally returned. The once dry watering hole began to fill, ripples spreading as more and more rainwater gathered. The cracked earth softened, and tiny streams formed, flowing back into the land. Birds chirped happily as they fluttered between the raindrops, and even the trees seemed to stand taller, welcoming the life-giving water. All around the savannah, animals big and small came out of their shelters, stepping into the rain with joy. Zebras kicked up their hooves, antelopes danced, and even the tiny meerkats popped out of their burrows to see the falling water. Layla looked at her friends, their faces filled with happiness and relief. She smiled, knowing that she had not only found water for them, but had also given them hope. As the rain continued to fall, the savannah began to change. The grass turned greener, the trees swayed in the cool breeze, and the scent of fresh earth filled the air. That night, the animals gathered together, celebrating the return of the rain. They laughed, they played, and they thanked Layla for her courage, strength, and kindness. And as Layla stood under the starry sky, with raindrops still glistening on her skin, she knew that true strength wasn't just about power, it was about helping others, never giving up, and believing that good things will always come when you keep moving forward. The rain had returned, and with it, a new beginning for all. From that day on, every year when the rainy season returned, the animals gathered to honor Layla. They called her the heart of the savannah, for she had saved them not with strength alone, but with kindness. She continued to help others in every way she could, guiding lost animals, protecting the young, and sharing the wisdom she had learned from her journey. Her story was passed down from generation to generation, teaching young animals that the greatest power comes from kindness and courage. As Layla grew older, she became a legend in the savannah. Even when she no longer needed to travel long distances, her lessons of kindness and strength continued to inspire everyone. Milo, now a wise old monkey, told her story to his children. Tara and Kibbo reminded young animals about the importance of never giving up and always helping those in need. And every time the animals gathered by the now full watering hole, they remembered Layla's words. True strength is not just power, it is the kindness we share. And so, the legacy of Layla the brave elephant lived on forever. Vocabulary overview for kids' strength: being strong, like how Layla used her trunk to help her friends. Determination, never giving up, even when things are hard. Accomplishment, achieving something important, like finding water. Compassion, caring about others, like Layla helping her friends. Wisdom, knowing the right thing to do, like remembering the story of the hidden spring.